Hello, you lovely lot. Welcome along to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky Show. We are sponsored by Clubhouse at Meadowhall, Redbrik Estate Agents and Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa.
Okay, so hello to any new listeners, and straight off the bat, I want to say hello to Holly. Now, Holly messaged me yesterday, and interesting story. She put, I'm a new listener to your pod. Love it. Anyway, this morning you were chatting to Damon the hiker, so she's quite a way back.
Oh.
That's before Christmas.
That is way before Christmas. I love it when people listen to old episodes, though.
In fact, someone messaged us the other day and we just didn't understand the message. We're like, what?
Yeah. They were listening to an early episode, weren't they? We forget what we've talked about in the pod yesterday, let alone 6 months ago.
Anyway, this morning you were chatting to Damon the hiker and his Christmas Day walk he was going to be doing. I had a little check on Facebook after I'd listened to the pod, and who bloody popped up? Damon and his latest hike. How weird is that?
Is she going to go on one?
She doesn't actually say, to be fair. She also put, I stumbled across you guys when I started following Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa. I like to hear about the places you go to in Chesterfield. So I thought, yeah, tickled trout. You get yourself there.
You get yourself
get
there.
Yourself to Ringwood as well.
That's a firm favourite. It's quite nice, isn't it, knowing how people hear about us. So yeah, if you do ever send us a message, and we'd love to get a message from you, you can find us on Insta at Laura Summers Lifestyle, at Becky Hayes UK. Tell us how you found us, because we're always really shocked when we get like new lists about how did they find us?
How do they know about us? Anyway, she put, I'm still pretty new to the area, but I think my husband is now fed up of me telling him about all the places I want to try out since listening to you guys. So Holly's husband's not a fan. But hello to Holly's husband.
Well, he needs to step up and start taking her to these places. If you're listening, Holly's husband, can you please, tickle trout has got to be top.
Oh, it's got to be up there.
Yeah,
and then book her a spa. Book Holly into a spa.
Yeah, you'll probably see us in both of those places as well. We'll be there. We're always in those places, aren't we?
You'll always find us there.
Speaking of Damon as well, for the Damon fans out there, because there are a lot of Damon fans.
We are them too.
Who listen to this podcast. We are going to be going on a walk. I mean, we've been saying this since before Christmas. We are going to be going on a walk with Damon. He's agreed to it.
We cancelled it last time because the weather was cold.
Well, mate, it was snowing.
It was.
To be fair, it was snow.
Like the Antarctic.
Yeah, but Damon's being very patient with us. And also, I love how we decided to go on a walk with him. It was going to be like a good few hours, a hike, if you like. And now it's kind of like shrunk down and down. Now it's like a 45-minute easy pootle. And then we end up in a pub at the end. So I love how he knows us and he knows what we're like.
I love how it's just weather dependent. Oh, Damon, it looks like it might drizzle. We'll cancel it this week, Damon.
There's a slight wind, Damon. We cannot possibly come walking with you.
Anyway, hello Holly and hello Damon.
I've got to say hi to somebody else as well. Amy Marie, she messaged yesterday, says, girls, I absolutely love your podcast. Makes my drive to work much more fun. She owns a small nail beauty business and she listens every morning. So love that.
Hello to Amy. And finally, hello to Laura. Now we are off this evening. It's a tough job, actually. We work so hard. We've been invited to go and stay in a lovely, it's like a house, but it's got like suites in it. We're staying in the Crescent Suite at Muse Escapes, Foxlow Grange tonight, and we're going to do our pod live from there tomorrow morning.
Also, guys, not to make you gel, there is a gold bathtub there, which we are going to be in this evening.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, we've got our evening planned out, haven't we? We've wanted an evening like this for a while. So Laura's got some Whispering Angel she's going to bring along, which we're very excited about. We're going to get into this bath together. We're going to bathe together, guys. This is an exclusive, okay? Probably with swimming costumes on, but we're going to bathe together with bubbles, Whispering Angel in the middle, and then we're going to watch Sex and the City.
Yeah, we're going to try and watch both of them. Also, there's a hot tub. We're going to get a hot tub it first, then bath?
Yes.
There's a lot of water involved.
And nakedness. Skin on skin. No, we'll have swimming costumes on. I think probably hot tub first, but it's a bit lighter maybe, a little bit warmer outside. Then we'll just get straight into the bath.
Right.
So we can fill the bath up ready, go from the hot tub to the bath.
Yeah, we're also going to sleep in the same bed, even though there's 2 bedrooms.
Of course we are. Why would we go to separate bedrooms?
Great. It's going to be a great night.
Sorry, just one more mention I've completely forgotten. Laura Pashley, regular listener, one of our little ferals. She's on holiday in Monaco at the moment. She tagged us in something on Instagram yesterday. It was a beautiful limoncello shop. And she was like, girls, I found your shop. Actually, it reminded me, I need to buy some more limoncello.
Yeah.
I'm nearly out, which is worrying.
Laura's holiday looks lovely, by the way.
Yeah, doesn't
I'm looking
it?
at her photos. I'm like, dead jealous.
She's on a girly holiday, so I think it's her mum, her auntie, her sister, and her
Wow.
in Monaco. Nice.
Yes, very nice. Well, I hope you're having a lovely holiday. So something we were talking about yesterday that we both kind of went, yeah, do you remember? Is returns. Returning items of clothing to shops, right? Now, I had to return some clothes yesterday and it is so damn easy now to take clothes back.
It used to be the bane of my life, returning clothes. I'd get scared as well. I'd get the fear. I'd think, oh God, they're gonna know.
Yeah.
They're gonna know I've worn it.
So do you remember back in the day, I'm talking like 90s, early 90s actually, when if you didn't even have the carrier bag to that store, you probably wouldn't take the stuff back.
Yes, you had to have the carrier bag. You had to have the tag still on. You couldn't have the tag off. And obviously no marks, no fake tan marks, no hairs on it,
nothing.
Whatever other marks you get on there.
And the receipt, right? So I used to my mind goes to River Island. I remember the River Island bags back in the 90s. And when you used to take it back, you'd be like, I just want to return this, please. They'd be like, what's wrong with it? And you're like, oh, it doesn't fit. And they would inspect that piece of clothing like you're in prison and they're searching for drugs.
They would hold it up, turn it around, they'd smell it, they'd look inside. And I remember, in fact, I remember River Island being quite strict on this as well, you know.
Yeah.
If I had a bit of a row with the manager in River Island over whether I'd worn this piece of clothing or not. I had. I've definitely worn it, by the way.
You have to fight for your life, don't you? Like, the returns, you really wouldn't return anything, would you, unless you absolutely had. And if there was a fault, like a little thread coming out, they'd be like, no, you've done that.
Yeah. I remember standing there whilst they were doing the very thorough inspection of said piece of clothing. And I remember I used to get really hot and a sweaty upper lip. And then I'd try and act really cool as if I had nothing to like worry about or hide. Then they'd be like, have you worn this? No. Then sometimes they'd get a manager out to inspect it again and give it a second look. It was so stressful.
It was so stressful. Nowadays, though, and especially if you order it online. So you order something online, try it on. You definitely don't wear it. You do not wear it out, do you? Do you? You don't.
Hang on, so are you asking me?
Yeah, you do. Well, collectively,
of course.
we don't order clothes, wear them and take them back.
Oh, no, we don't. No.
We absolutely don't. You just try them on.
You try them on.
on.
But sometimes you might try them on when you've just fake tanned and there might be a little bit of fake tan residue on there.
Yeah, and you might have perfume on that obviously the smell transfers, but you absolutely do not wear that piece of clothing out and then take it.
Sorry, you caught me off guard there.
Yeah, because I was like, keep up. Anyway, I took some online clothing back to Next yesterday. You don't even have to speak to anyone. You just scan the code, beep boop.
What, on a machine?
Yeah, and it goes, please put into bin 2. And it's like a closed bin, pop it in, shut it, Bob's your uncle, auntie's your fanny, and off you go. Mate, honestly.
That is the dream.
Anyway, then I had to take something back to Marks and Spencer. Now, Marks and Spencer, they're quite posh, aren't they? They're quite well-to-do. All the people that work in there.
Yeah, nice folk in M&S.
They're not Zara, are they?
No,
yeah?
No.
So I went up to this lovely lady and I thought, I'm going to have to lie to her face.
Did you feel bad?
Yeah, I popped these two, on the counter. I was like, I'd like to return these, please. Mate, she didn't even check them. She just went, oh, what's wrong with them? I went, no, they're absolutely lovely, but it's just the enigma of denim shorts, isn't it? Make a little joke. Come on, Joan. Laugh along with me, love. Don't check the shorts.
I'm so casual about it. I'm just going to make a little joke. I've got nothing to hide here. Joan, search me if you want.
I absolutely have not worn them. Don't even look at them, Joan. No need. Look at this trustworthy face, Joan. At one point, I turned around to look at something else. I thought, no, don't turn around, Laura, because you look like you're deflecting. I turned back to Joan.
Look her in the eye.
I looked her in the eye, made a little joke. Mate, not even a flicker of doubt.
Do you think maybe in M&S they trust people generally a bit more anyway?
Yeah,
you
trustworthy
know?
customers.
In River Island they don't
not so much.
trust people. Like Primark, that must be a nightmare. You wouldn't trust people in there.
Do you know what? Zara, I think they've just lost the will. They don't care. Oh, you could obviously have worn it, I reckon. They'll be like, yeah.
I guess the thing is, times have changed, haven't they? Now with influencers and people doing their reels of all these clothes, I guess they know and they need people to buy clothes and take them back. So essentially, what we're doing is a good thing. We're helping the economy. That's what we're doing. We're funding M&S. We're funding Zara.
Yeah,
you know?
we are. We are. Yeah, absolutely. Right, we've got a guest on, haven't we?
Yes, this is very, very exciting. We've actually been trying to get this girl on for a few weeks now, but she's been very, very busy, which for reasons she will tell you about. But yeah, she's on next. So we are very excited to have another guest on today. Now, this lady we've been trying to get on for a while, but she's, been busy with different things. And we're very happy to have Laurenne, aka Happy Roots Farm UK on Instagram on the show today.
Hiya.
Hello, Mila. Thank you so much for coming on. We have been stalking you for quite a while.
Oh, no problem at all. Thank you for having me.
We should say how we met you, actually, because it's quite a good story.
Yeah.
So you actually entered one of our competitions on Instagram. So it was to win a place at Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa, wasn't it? We had a really nice evening there where we had the spa.
Yeah.
You entered and you won the competition to come along.
I did. It was a gorgeous evening. Absolutely lovely.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? There's lots of
bubbles
bubbles to drink and bubbles to sit in.
Yeah.
Lots of bubbles.
Yeah.
Loved it. And
it was gorgeous.
Well, we obviously got
met
talking
so many
to you
lovely
there.
people.
Yeah, so many nice people there. And you brought your friend along, didn't you? Who was very nice as well.
I did, yeah. It's always lovely to meet lots of interesting people at these things and find out what they're doing, yeah.
Well, we got chatting to you there, didn't we? I think while we were in the sauna, if I remember correctly.
We did. We had a deep conversation in the sauna. I think we were all nearly passing out by the end, weren't we?
We were all sweating and very red, but I remember I enjoyed the conversation. And you were obviously talking about what you do. And it's quite an interesting thing that you do. So you've got a flower farm. A flower farm
and florist. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it?
F's.
Yeah, we have. We're a flower farm. We're based in Bolsover, so we're about 20 minutes out of Chesterfield. We've got a flower farm, and we kind of operate as like a seasonal florist as well. So we kind of grow all we can ourselves, like through the spring, summer months, and then kind of in the winter we buy in from some other like British farms, but all kind of really seasonal, natural flowers.
It looks beautiful on Instagram.
Oh, thank you.
It looks absolutely amazing. I just want to say as well, Becky and I, useless at growing anything. Just going to put this out there. Becky's indoor plants are practically dead.
You know what? I always say though, like I can grow a farm full of flowers, but like give me a house plant and I cannot keep anything in the pot. I cannot keep alive.
Neither can I. Mine are all literally brown and wilting, but I can't throw them away, even though they look horrendous.
Yeah.
Like, it'll come back one day.
Yeah, I feel like my house is cursed. Like it's like the place house plants come to die. Like it's like they immediately get into my house and go, I don't like it here.
So Laurenne, how on earth did you even start with a flower farm? How did it come about?
Yeah, it was a really funny kind of story because me and my husband we never had particularly outdoorsy childhoods. We were never our parents weren't into growing and stuff like that. We both had quite indoorsy job. My husband's a web designer and I was in marketing. And we just ended up, I went to visit some family one day and my uncle was showing me his little garden with he'd got some rhubarb and he'd got different kind of veg and fruit he was growing, and he gave us a little box to take home, and I was like, oh, this is really nice, it's so lovely. So I ended up phoning our local allotments the next day and putting our name down for a plot, and I just fell in love with it from there, having really fresh food and fresh fruit and fresh flowers. I just absolutely loved it, and we kind of did that for a couple of years. But then I've got four children, and we had three at the time, and it got a bit of a four. Yeah,
Laurenne, let's pause there a second. Let's just pause at four. Four.
Yeah, four. Yeah, I've got 4 under 11. It's absolute chaos in my house.
You can grow flowers and fruit, and you have 4 children. Is there a medal somewhere you can give?
They've always really loved it, they've always really loved it being outside with us. I say that my elder two that are now 10 and 11, they are getting very much now where they'd much rather be playing on computer games with their friends than being in the garden with me. But while they've been little, they've really loved helping out and stuff.
When did you start this as well? Because you were talking about you fell in love with like growing your own and stuff. And I feel like this has become a bigger thing after lockdown, hasn't it? And in more recent years.
Yeah, so we started off with the tiny allotment, and then we kind of went, we want to do this kind of more as a, you know, as a lifestyle than just a bit of a hobby. So we found our little farm, and then over lockdown we had a bit more time here. We built a little kind of stand at the end of our drive so that people can come and get flowers on a weekend. It's just kind of gone mad from there. We started off with mainly veg, and now it's kind of pretty much all flowers because everyone just seemed to really love the flowers. I really got into the floristry side, and kind of people started asking for like wedding flowers, and so it's just kind of grown from there and just gone a bit mad the last few years.
I bet. Good for you then. That is amazing. Did you have to, so it's a flower farm, so do people come and pick their own? How does it work?
No, we haven't done any pick your own events yet. It's something we might look at in the future. So at the minute, we kind of do on a weekend. I make up lots of like bunches, little jam jar posies, and people can kind of come and pick them up from like a bit of a self-service shop on our drive. So you can kind of come pick them up. It's all like a little honesty system. People can pay by like Google Pay or Apple Pay. They just kind of put what they've had and pay.
I love that,
but it's like kind of a traditional honesty system. And then kind of like for gift bouquets and things like that, people can order in advance for what day they need them.
I love that. It's so trusting. Do
you know what? It's like someone was saying to me the other day, like it really like restores your faith in humanity. But do you know what? We never have any issues with it at all. If anything, like people are more generous. It's really nice. We've never had any kind of issues with people taking stuff on there and not paying or anything.
People need to have a look at your Instagram, actually. I'm just on it now. Me and Laura look at it all the time because it's so nice. If you want to see the sorts of flowers and the farm, have a look at Happy Roots Farm UK because it's just beautiful.
Oh, thank you. It's really, we've got a little old barn building in the middle of the farm that we're using for workshops at the moment. We've got a few on this weekend, so there'll be loads coming up in like spring and summer. So if you want to come and do a workshop and have a play with flowers, and we get lots of amazing caterers in and do like foodie stuff as well. So it's that's one of my favourite things, like gathering with lots of like amazing creative women and playing with flowers and eating and drinking.
That
great.
Sounds like a dream day.
Me and Laura actually saw one that you did. I think it was on Galentine's Day, didn't you? So you were doing some sort of flower arranging with Prosecco. We were like, oh, that looks nice.
Yeah. Oh, you've both definitely got to come down and see us. Yeah.
At Christmas, do you do like Christmas wreath making and things?
Yeah, we do. We do loads and loads of Christmas ones. They were gorgeous last year. We had such lovely like groups of people on them, and like wreath making takes quite a bit of time. It's like really mindful and everyone's chatting, and we had like so many people who like swapped numbers, and like someone gave someone a job interview, and like it was so lovely to get lots of people to just gather and make stuff together. It was really, really nice.
Right, we will be there, Laurenne, with bells on. Yeah, for
with
sure.
Bubbles as well.
Yeah, with bubbles.
Bring the bubbles.
With bubbles, yeah, of course.
And is this your full-time thing now, Laurenne? This is what you do full-time?
It is. It's my full-time thing now, yeah. It's, it's very much like my husband is kind of, he's a computer programmer. He does that kind of part-time, and I do this, and we kind of tag team work and children.
I was going to say, the children, the 4 children.
That's it, yeah.
I think this is really nice for people to hear, though, isn't it, as well? Because so many people are, in a job or stuck in a job, and they're not doing their dream thing or what they're passionate about. So sometimes by starting something on the side or at weekends or in your spare time, you don't know what it can turn into.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was never. The flowers I kind of started off as a tiny little add-on to the veg we were doing, and it's just become a thing. It's become like a beyond full time. I'm having to get a lot of freelancers in now, like for bigger weddings, and like work with a lot of other flower farms and stuff. Now it's growing. So yeah, it's been really lovely. It's just kind of organically grown into a full-on thing.
That's amazing. And it's such a happy
Scary
job.
in a way.
It's such a happy job, though, isn't it? Like, it's such a nice job.
It's lovely. Whenever anyone kind of says, what do you do? I say, I'm a flower farmer. And I go, oh my God, that's like the best job.
What's your favourite, got to ask you, favourite flower?
Yeah.
What's your favourite
flower? It's like asking someone their favourite child.
Is it?
I absolutely love larkspur. They're like a really delicate little flower, and they're dry as well, and they keep their colour when they're dried. They're absolutely beautiful. I think they're probably my favourite.
What's it called?
An unusual one.
We don't know what it is.
Larkspur.
Larkspur.
Larkspur. Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's really dainty, and it just comes in some really beautiful colours. And an unusual one. I love roses as well. Really love like English roses. Choosing a favourite flower is.
I can imagine everyone's going to be googling larkspur now as well.
Yeah,
what is this sort of flower?
It probably looks like something that people would go, oh, that's your favourite, but it's understated and beautiful. Yeah, I love it.
Amazing. Oh, thank you so much for coming on today, Laurenne.
No problem. It's been lovely to chat to you.
Interesting story. And we'll definitely visit and have a look.
At Happy Roots Farm UK, if you want to have a look, because it's just a beautiful page and you can see the farm and everything. So check it out today. I'm literally Googling larkspur as we speak, so I really want to see what it looks like.
I like talking to people that are experts in their field, and I have no idea what they're talking about. But flowers are lush, aren't they? There's nothing better than getting a whole bunch of flowers.
Oh, there we go. Oh, hang on, is that it? Larkspur. It looks a little bit like a sort of mini foxglove type thing.
Nice.
Yeah, we've learnt something today. There we go.
Right, it's time for us to go and pack.
Yeah, and get in that gold bathtub.
We'll
fill
talk
you in
about it tomorrow.
See ya.